Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
And I'm doing something dark side.
I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
Something dark side, blah, blah, blah. I'm James Irvine.
Of course he is.
Of course he is.
Of course he is.
Friends.
Friends.
Oh.
Well,
Sorry.
Sorry. And in case you haven't figured it out, this is The Burning Truth.
The truth that burns like when I pee. Or is that just me?
You may need
I
to
said
see
it
a
was
doctor.
me. Or is that just me? Yes, it's me, because I said it's me. Is Shmee me? Me Shmee.
Go see a doctor and a psychiatrist.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Writing a book about it and probably becoming a best-selling author?
No, it'll probably be used in many public toilets.
Fair enough. You're being a bit harsh on yourself there.
Oh, friend.
You're being a bit harsh on yourself. You could have said bargain bucket, but no. You had to be harsh on yourself.
Bargain bucket.
The bargain bucket.
Bargain.
But before we digress and get on to our usual spiel, just to point this out, if there is any external noises or anything on the episodes, I just thought to just point this out. Bear this in mind that currently in the UK we have got a bit of some lovely weather, haven't we?
What, you mean that little bit of a heat wave that's like somebody's just opened the oven door?
Pretty much.
Which makes me feel very crispy.
Crispy.
I've got that gif in my head now with Two-Face.
Yeah, I just did, yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. Nah, never mind.
Don't open the door.
Don't open the door. The heat makes me feel very crispy.
I'm sorry, sir, but half my face is melted.
Well, silly boy, both sides would be well done if you hadn't turned away.
Yes. Unfortunately, let me just point this out before we actually make any slip-ups, because we haven't done any yet. Or basically, I believe you got to do your usual segment.
My usual segment?
Yeah.
I don't think people want to see that.
I don't know. Segment, not semi.
Ooh, James Blunt. Semi by the sea. Who sings about semis by the sea? Anyway, I bet before I carry on with that one, I better do my segment, Hannah.
Please do.
So, without further ado, I bring to you the Sunday early 6 p.m. Watershed, because we do things early here. We are not the BBC.
No.
The following broadcast may contain language, opinions and topics that may not be suitable for younger listeners or for those that are easily offended pussies. However, I do believe that the Flintstones are much easier on the eyes and ears.
Yabba dabba do.
Yes, Wilmer.
Okay, Dino. Anyway.
Bam Bam.
Barney.
Betty.
Pebbles.
Oh, I forgot what his fucking name is. The boss. The boss. Was it Mr. Rock? Oh.
Ooh. You were close.
Was it Mr. Rockman or something like that? Rockford or...
I'll give it you.
Go on, what was it?
I think it was. I think it was Rockford. Or Mr.
Well,
Rockman.
if I'm right, then fuck you, car.
What's my question got to do with this?
Fuck you, car.
Oh, you're just going in South Park mode. That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes. Anyway, I was talking about James Blunt and his Semi by the Sea. Who sings about that? What's that even mean? Is he talking about his penis, or is he talking about the sunrise? You know, the sun rising.
It's not the worst song I've heard.
No, it's not, because there's that thingy song. That was like a dance song, and it went, "You better know a sheet on your bed, you son of a bitch."
I can think of 2 songs right now off the top of my head that is far darker than that.
Yeah, so
And more
fucking
rude.
what? Metallica.
There's, bear this in mind, there's also Pumped Up Kicks.
Pretty much anything by Steel Panther.
No kidding.
It's funny because one of my favourites came on the other day, Asian Hooker, and I was like, you know something? If you played this loud, I think people might be a bit upset with you.
And I'm not even going to say about that infamous song by the Vapors.
Yeah, let's not.
No, we're not even going to touch that one because that is many level of wrongness.
Yes, well, I'm not being funny, like, but Metallica's So Fucking What has got a lot of something about schoolgirls and old man cocks and
goats.
Yeah, and drinking piss.
And moving on.
That's just... It's an awesome song, though. Just the lyrics are a bit... Yeah.
How is it that somehow in the music world they can actually have a completely dark message in the song, but as long as they put a catchy beat to it, people will follow it.
The best thing that you can do is go on to Google and type in songs that are played backwards give you a message from the devil.
No. No.
Cliff Richard, anybody?
Stop it.
Anybody, Cliff Richard? Well, I'm just stating the fact. Anyway, come on, let's put our see. You haven't answered my question of why is he singing about a semi by the sea?
I have no idea.
And all of a sudden, it's acceptable from James Blunt to say, "I've got a semi by the sea."
Well, at least he's blunt about it.
Well, from the point I've seen, it's not very blunt.
Oh. Anyway, let's get back onto seriousness and just point out some additional disclaimers for The Burning Truth, which is, of course, The Burning Truth is 100% and in full support of Black Lives Matter.
And we are also advocates for hashtag speaking out. Let's identify them nonces and get them out. Pretty
much. And it is something that we both believe in, fully support, and will be bringing up every week as so. But also, let's just point out that every week we also make this offer, which is we have always got a microphone. We've also always got some potential airtime. And if you want to get your opinions on them subjects out, you're more than welcome. Just as long as there's nothing slanderous, libelous, and basically bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. which was covered by the first 2 points, really.
Pretty much, and anything that can get us sued.
And also, a third point, if you think that airtime means you join the Mile High Club, you've got no chance.
Yeah, you've pretty much got more chance of winning a lottery ticket with only half a ticket.
Fuck, I better get mine on tonight then. For Wednesday.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I see.
Hooray.
But yeah, it's all good. It's all good, and of course, we always recommend you check out our weekly blog page. And
in this week, it's not a log.
No, it's a vlog.
It's a vlog, and this week it's not made by myself.
It was, of course, made by myself. My first ever vlog.
Yes, it was made by Porky Pig.
Edit.
Yes. That's all, folks.
And also just trying to figure out where am I looking. I just need that little red light on the camera.
Oh no!
What?
No. The little red light on the camera. They don't really refer to that anymore unless you're in the porn industry.
No, my mistake. No. I'll rephrase that. No.
I'm only joking, you know, just winding you up. I don't fucking know. Or do I?
Is he telling me he's been in porn? It wouldn't surprise me if he has.
No, I have not been in porn. I've been in a porn shop.
And you've been on Pornhub?
No, not a porn shop. See, this is where your filthy mind is just like way beyond mine. I just can't comprehend what goes through your fucking mind every week. You automatically assume I meant porn shop. I meant porn, as in pawning my items.
Keep telling yourself that.
Well, I kept trying to tell myself that whilst I was in the dirty section.
Walking into a certain convenience store and then going for the top shelf mag?
Do I look like Kevin and Perry? Do I look like I carry my change in a sock?
You could very well do if you're on holiday. Just don't get robbed.
Yeah, you seriously need to watch that film again. You've just completely missed the point. Anyway.
No, I got it.
Just like you did the clap. Just like you did the clap that time.
You want to go through that again?
I was just taking a leaf out of your page then.
I thought you might have been.
Oh, it's been a long morning. I smashed the gym. What can I say? I didn't smash it like Quagmire style. I smashed it as in, yeah, okay, never mind.
Why did I just envision as soon as you said that? You pick up a weight? Giggity.
No. It's more like this. It's more like slow arm curls, like giggity. Then it goes down. Then it goes giggity. Giggity. And that's when I run out of steam, like when it hits the big giggity.
Giggity.
And then when I put them down, it's like, oh, yeah. And then I walk off like with the whole Quagmire nodding head whilst he's walking away.
Yeah, I get
you. Oh, that's so cool. I love Quagmire.
But yeah, so you've got plenty of topics, but let's just say this. In case somebody's just now saying, the last episode was only on Wednesday, have you got plenty to talk about?
Of course we have. course we have. And guess what some of it's about?
Please continue.
WWE. Again. Yay! But most of it's actually about AEW, so quite happy this week.
True. We've even got one story mixing WWE with possibly AEW and New Japan.
Yeah. I'm just wondering why Vince McMahon can't get it.
Maybe because he has the wrong can.
Exactly. You have your do's, your don'ts, and your can'ts and your cons.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, up he's off again.
I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. It had to be done.
It had to be done. It didn't really, but, he just thought he'd throw it in there.
Yeah, of course, No, why not? But anyway, that just sounds so wrong. Anyway, we'll continue. But let's get on to WWE first, anyway. What topics do you want to cover first on there?
What was the first one that I mentioned before we came on air?
Oh, social media. Did we find a shot at somebody?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. You know something? I don't know whether it's because I'm just completely chilled out or what, but I completely forgot what I was talking about then.
Would you like me to bring it up to speed, Dan?
Yeah, no, it's all right. I've got it now. It's in my head. So, yeah, it's also another crossover, really. So, we have Britt Baker.
Yes.
Britt Baker wrestles now for AEW.
Yes.
But in her time in WWE, very, very short time.
Ooh, yeah.
Considering she's a top talent, that she was completely buried by Nia Jax.
More than once, was it?
More than once.
Pretty much.
And yeah, WWE decided to. Was it a tweet or was it on Facebook or was it all over the place?
No, it'd be all over the place. They were probably throwing shit, probably throwing it into a fan, like how they normally do, usually with shit, and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say that I'd rather fucking shit into my hands and clap than watch Raw at the minute, so,
We're in the same category there.
Yep, exactly. It's all poo. But anyway, Britt Baker has done absolutely nothing wrong.
And if I'm not mistaken, has even credited WWE from time to time.
Yeah, exactly. But now all of a sudden, because she's going for the title, it's, let's bury Britt Baker. And I'm like, hang on a minute. She had a massive rivalry with Thunder Rosa that led into one of the best matches, which is contender for match of the year.
Yeah.
So I just fail to see why WWE are doing this. Is it childish petty shots? Is it just thinking Nia Jax? But it's a bit fucking close to the cloth when it's Nia Jax with her leg over Britt Baker's neck.
Yeah.
It's a bit thingy, isn't it, really? A bit childish.
And bear in mind that was during the time when Nia Jax wasn't being so careful.
Oh, does anybody want an ice cream? Cow, go downstairs, sweet little boy. Grill. Come downstairs and order an ice cream.
All I'm just going to say is...
my popsicles.
All I'm just going to say is...
Mr. Burns.
It is boiling hot. Windows are open. I'm frying. I might actually go get an ice lolly. It might actually cool me the hell down.
Yeah, but it's not your mouth that you want to be inserting it to, really, is it, Mr. Burns?
Really?
Yeah, really. I bet you buy one of them rocket lollies as well, just for the fucking extra ribs.
No. And
I'm not down to the bottom yet. Oh, there it goes.
no. Just no.
You are my.
Just no.
Oh
No.
dear. Oh, Mr. Baines is the kind of character to walk up to an ice cream van when Herbert the Pervert's working on there and just go, excuse me, Herbert. Yes, sweet little birds. What can I do you for? And you'd be like,
It wouldn't be.
You know what?
See you later. Nope.
No, it would be more or less a case of, yes. Can I get a 69, please? I mean, no, 99. No.
Just no.
Of course, sweet little birds. Would you like to come and suck on my popsicles?
No. No. Anyway, back onto the original topic. And seeing as you want to talk about, certain sweet things, let's get back onto the the character that is known as Dr. Baker.
Why is that a sweet thing? Never mind. Anyway, well,
it's a two thing.
Okay. You
Anyway.
are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey.
Anyway, back onto subject. The issue is with this is they're just taking pot shots at Britt Baker because she's going for the AEW Championship and she's getting popular. But the point being is, why are they firing the shots now at them when I thought they weren't competition supposedly, or they weren't having any competition? They must be changing their minds every goddamn week, almost like an episode of Raw.
No, you can't get that inconsistent.
True. No one could ever.
Well, yeah, you could. It's like 1 minute somebody's like, oh, look, I put loads of weight on over lockdown. Oh, look, I'm breathing in, so I've lost some. It just defines WWE in a nutshell, really. It doesn't matter what they do, it still looks the same.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And the thing is about it is, it just comes across as very petty. And what makes it worse is the fact that it's involving Nia Jax.
Yeah. Nia Jax, the one that really needs to go back to the training school.
Yeah. No, she does. I agree with
you. Oh, look, Nia, this is how not to hurt people. But then again, she still wouldn't get it because they'd have to wrap the fucking female wrestlers up in fucking bubble wrap.
Or have her slip off the side of the ring and go, my hole.
No, that sounded wrong before you even said my hole.
Slip off the side of the ring. No. Off the... on the edge of the ring side of a wrestling ring. There we go. That's what I'm sticking with. That just...
Yeah, I bet you stick with that slippery ring.
Wrestling ring. Anyway, point being is, it's not good taking the pot shots, but the thing is, Britt Baker will come out far better for it.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? And to
be honest with you, because she was getting popular. This is just, she's making a name for herself. She's getting more popular, and people don't like it because it's like, WWE don't like it because it's a product that they couldn't get over. Because it just goes to show that their creative team are just a bag of shit.
Oh, we have nothing for you, so what do we do? Oh, we'll send you home and just keep paying you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, don't get me wrong, most people look at that and just go, no, I'm getting paid to do nothing. But for a wrestler, that's torture.
That is torture.
It is torture because since the time that I've been training, and it's been on and off because of lockdown, it's like going back to it now, it was torture. It really, really was.
You just have to look at the vlog when I mentioned, how much us returning back to wrestling has improved our mental health.
Yeah, it has. It has. Today myself put out a post because I was looking through my old pictures of myself when I was in the gym in about February time last year. And today I went to the gym and I was like, damn, that's a lot of change. I've got hair and damn boy got big.
And it's not just that, you've got a bit of fire in you, some motivation, and plenty of good backing from some friends and colleagues.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's a strange old world, but it just goes to show a lot can happen in a year.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in a year. And mental health wise, with it affecting wrestlers, just like sitting at home just getting paid, not only are you not training properly because you're going to lose all motivation, and for those that don't lose motivation, hats off to you. But
training and everything is great for you. Yeah, I'll admit it. It's good for you. It's good for the body. But there's only so much training you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing beats being in front of, and for being on that stage, performing, especially in front of a crowd.
Giggity.
Geschmeiken.
I did not giggity that girl. I did not giggity her with my geschmeigen.
Anyway, the point being is, a good case of an example of that. Keith Lee, anybody?
Yeah, where is he now?
Not wrestling. And supposedly this is planned by the booking team.
Yeah, but didn't his wife put out a tweet not long ago?
However, it was supposedly planned, but there's actually an update on that on Keith Lee, actually. A genuine one.
Yeah.
The reason why he hasn't returned, injury.
I think that's bullshit.
Right? Okay. Fine. If it is, fine. Rest up. Come back bigger and better.
But if it isn't, on the flip side of things, this just goes to show how bad WWE is for your career.
If he isn't, the fact is he's having to make out he's injured to give an excuse of why he's not on TV.
Yeah, and this is also another reason why I'm not 100% why Finn Balor wants back in the main roster.
I don't think it's his choice.
I just can't see it. He went back to NXT because
made a name for himself.
Again. He'd already made it. Well, I was just about to say, he's reinvented himself yet again. But WWE won't even let him use the fucking demon gimmick.
Actually, that's his choice. That was his choice, actually.
What, not to use it? Come on, yeah. I don't think it is. I
think part of it might have been it. I think it was more or less of... I think the argument was, it's all fine and dandy him to keep doing it and everything, but he knew that whenever he brought out the gimmick, yeah, it was stepping up, but what was the real actual difference between him and the gimmick? It's like... I think he was trying to bring something else. He's trying something. He's trying to reinvent himself, or WWE just didn't know what the hell to do because of the fact of they're not NXT, who are willing to take chances and allow the wrestlers be themselves. Instead, they decided to put Finn Balor as, I'm here for everyone included.
Yeah, well, like I say, it just Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Almost a bit like how you got Ricochet now on the US scene, even though he lost twice to Sheamus.
Yeah,
and also Humberto Carrillo.
I'm just going to ask the question now because everybody's thinking who?
Humberto Carrillo?
No, for both Ricochet and Humberto, because they came, they saw, and they left very abruptly.
Although on Raw, I will say the spectacle that they did on Sheamus after the match, and I'm like, they double teamed him. Hang on, they're the good guys outnumbering the bad guy.
Yeah. It doesn't make... it's just nothing that makes sense anymore with WWE. It doesn't. Nothing.
Where the heroes gang up on the villains. I don't think that's the right way around.
Yeah, where the heroes gang up on the villains. But, to be fair...
Sheamus is not a small dude.
Yeah, just about to say, it'll take a few superheroes to take down the Giant. So,
or the Great White.
Yes, I know the Great White.
I feel dirty just saying that.
Yeah, I bet you do. Wonder how dirty Sheamus feels.
Maybe because he's probably cleaned himself that much. That's probably why he's as white as he is. He feels so dirty.
Dude. That was terrible.
I'm sorry.
That was terrible. Why?
Because I'm a fool who thought I'd make it funny.
Yeah.
It didn't pan out.
The fool that thought he would make it funny.
I'm sorry.
Good boy. Anyway.
I'll leave the funny
Ricochet is one of them that's superhuman. He really is.
Yeah.
It's disgusting and absolutely filthy, all the things that he can do in and outside of the ring.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes, majority, when he's jumping from the inside to the outside of the ring. Velveteen Dream, anybody?
No comments.
Yeah, maybe he should have said no comment as well and he wouldn't be sacked right now. But you never know. Anyway. Yes. Are you done choking?
My system's almost thanked you for a whole mouthful of water.
I was wondering where you were going with that one then, and I was just thinking to myself, no, this could go terribly wrong, and thankfully you saved it.
Just no.
But anyway, like I say, Velveteen Dream, the whole anything you could do, I could do better. So Ricochet jumps on the outside and lands on his feet. I'm pretty sure that we've actually used that as an epic wrestling moment in the past.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new.
Yep. You could also say it's jumping the shark moments as well.
Yep. So, he's a high flyer. We haven't had much since Rey Mysterio. But now, obviously, Rey Mysterio's back, and we've got all the flippy doodah, diddly doodahs.
Yep.
And it just seems to me that high flyer wrestling is now just meh. So they've got nothing for Ricochet. What can he do now, really?
Well, he was having a competition with Humberto Carrillo on who can make the biggest splash on Sheamus.
No!
As in...
No! No! Why?
What? I'll just say the biggest high-flying move, aerial. Aerial maneuver, better?
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Oh, God. That was horrible.
I'll continue. The point being is, it just looked a bit okay. High fly move, high fly move, high fly move. And what's the deal with now Ricochet wrestling in what appears to be jeans or trouser bottoms?
What's that?
What is the hell going on with Ricochet's gear?
I don't know. I guess that he really needs to have conversations with The Undertaker about that one.
We'll get to that later.
But we'll get to that later. Yeah, so I don't know really. Remember, he went through that whole superhero phase gimmick, and it just was not getting over. Just like the fucking Shorty G bullshit.
But the scary thing about it is, I feel like I want him to go back now to that.
Well, yeah, it's just I don't know really.
It's almost like they suddenly get a top star. We've got him, and then what do we do with him? We don't know.
See, that Ricochet was like really hot property before he went to NXT, and now all of a sudden he's just a mid-carder at best.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I can say about the majority of WWE's rosters. Rosters.
You got work brain on your mind too much, haven't you?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was actually thinking where I'm working tomorrow, but I can't remember now.
I think you're just thinking rota because you're just waiting for the next change up because it's like so we can actually have some new fucking matches.
Yeah, and nothing that WWE do at the moment makes any sense at all. They're ruining wrestlers and they're ruining gimmicks, and now they're making the rosters even shorter.
Yeah.
Not just on the stage, but, on the commentary as well. Do you want to explain that one quickly?
I'll explain it quickly. Tom Phillips has been released, who's been a regular mainstay, and instead of using him to replace on Raw, at which point they are not going with Tom Phillips, they're going with somebody else.
Yeah, but what? The only question on my mind is, why now?
No idea.
Why all these releases now?
Maybe because they probably got they might have a big massive meeting coming up where they calculate all the money that they've earned and see if they've made a massive profit, if they're the most profitable company in the world.
Well, not being funny, but from all the replica belt sales, they must get millions from that.
But they're releasing people to get them to stop having to pay out for basically not paying out for their wages on a yearly basis, to not have that added onto the list, so they can say they've had the most profitable year this year.
We've had the most profitable year this year.
But we've had to fire half our staff.
Yeah, or not renew any of their contracts.
Or let them go.
Oh, it's just mind boggles. But anyway, it's a good way.
Go on.
It's a good headway to move into the next topic, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just about to say, I just did have something in me head for a minute ago. For the life of me, it's gone.
Well, on behalf of our listeners, I'm going to say thank God for that.
No. It was actually a possible positive for WWE.
No.
It was possibly a positive.
Yeah, but there's only a possibly a positive.
Move on.
Please do.
I'm asking you to move on. Where do you want to go next?
Well, it's making headway to move into the next topic of AEW, who seem to be doing most things right just lately.
With the occasional one wrong move. But actually, instead of going just straight into AEW, why don't we do the combination one right now?
Yeah, let's do the combination one.
Now,
Because I was actually thinking of starting with that.
it's a good starting point. And the other thing about it is this is involving New Japan, AEW, and WWE.
Or should we say the Khans and New Japan? Oh, no.
I'm still trying to hold my shit together over that situation.
Yes, I know.
The point being is, and what makes it even worse is people even bringing up the whole image of when they did the WWE Raw and Nitro. If you remember when Shane McMahon bought WCW out from under Vince's hand,
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to imply that between the two Khans.
Yes, it's just
No.
It's just no. Because
anyway.
the way that they are looking at it is WWE is just like, oh, we can try and scupper this deal by confusing New Japan.
Yeah. It's taken them 2 months, I think it is, 2 months to get a potential talker in regards to New Japan.
Yep.
And this is with their Khan, who's actually, he has been doing some interesting negotiations, possibly the talks of talent swaps, which is all good. The question is, are they going to eventually reach out to AEW? If that's the case, highly doubt it.
Highly doubt it.
Highly doubt it, especially as they're doing cheap shots.
Yep. And the fact that, AEW are in cohorts with Impact Wrestling, which has got quite a lot of rejects on, just like AEW.
I wouldn't say rejects. I'd just say
no. WWE rejects. That's what I mean.
I wouldn't even call them rejects. I'd just say, I'd say.
Okay, then mistreated talent.
I'll go with that. I was going to say talent that wasn't used correctly.
Yeah, so mistreated talent.
Yeah.
Big Cass anybody, even though he did make his own bed to lie in, but
and he openly admits it.
But still, just not sitting well with me on that one. But anyway, so you've got a lot of ex-WWE wrestlers. A lot of them are very outspoken about WWE in their times with Vince.
Uh-huh.
Even Kurt Angle's come out with a column at the moment that he left fucking threatening messages for Vince McMahon.
Uh-oh.
It's just like, what?
Yeah.
I'd have never thought that about Kurt Angle.
Are you sure about that? Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a story involving Undertaker trying to break up Kurt Angle from almost breaking Vince McMahon?
Yeah, well, not be funny but every single time a wrestler comes from the front stage to the backstage, a la Brock Lesnar, anybody, when he threw the Universal title at Vince McMahon because the crowd was booing him. Because it was bad booking.
Yeah.
It wasn't just bad, it was fucking god-awful.
So road booking.
Yeah.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, so move on. Anyway. But yeah, the deal that WWE had been trying to strike up with New Japan was by sending out one of their own negotiators, and then who has the surname? Khan.
Yep.
So surely New Japan should be looking at this and going, oh, hang on a minute. Why have they got a Khan? Are they related? Blah, blah, blah. Because you would. That was the first thing that you'd automatically assume, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't speak for New Japan, but, surely they must be like, oh, well. But then again, when you find out they're not related or anything to do, and it's like, surely you'd be a bit offended, wouldn't you? It's like, are you trying to insult my intelligence by sending somebody with the same surname just to try and confuse us?
And think that we might offer you the exact same deal that we've got with AEW anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't make any sense at all. And WWE have got to be so careful, because if they start going into cohorts with New Japan have already got a deal with AEW where Moxley can wrestle there, Jericho can wrestle there, any individual talent on the AEW roster can work there and vice versa.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Tony Khan actually brought that up.
Yeah, exactly.
On a certain segment, saying, soon as we're doing deals with the fact that we've got their United States champion defending their title on their show, bringing legendary tag teams back, doing basically a lot of interest to the Forbidden Door.
Yes. What is wrong with you today? You're going on about splashes, and now let's do splashes all over Sheamus, and now you're talking about the Forbidden Door.
That's what Tony Khan's been using.
Please stop it, Tony Khan. It sounds very sexual.
He calls himself the Forbidden Door, and you have to go through him, which sounds even wrong.
Which sounds even worse. It sounds worse. It's like,
I wish
I am the Forbidden Door.
He used that line. That's what makes it worse. A bit
like Adam and Eve. Eve was the forbidden fruit.
That's what I mean. It's like, what?
Is he calling himself the Forbidden Door so he gets Vince to touch his knob? You know what I mean? Come through my forbidden door, but you'll have to touch my knob. Oh, I'm so glad I said that now. It sounded so much funnier out loud than it did in my head.
Give it a bit of a jangle. Bit of a jangle.
Give it a bit of a jangle. See, now, if you won't push, if he doesn't push, try pulling it, then pushing it.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, point being is, he's pointing this all out, and then, if I'm not mistaken, on Twitter, you got him with that, on social media where he's like, the video of that is coming up, and then someone immediately in the reply going, "Khan!" with the infamous GIF.
The infamous GIF, Star Trek GIF.
Yeah, and we're not on about the updated version. We're on about the original Captain, the original Captain T. Kirk.
Captain T's Kirk.
The original James Tiberius Kirk.
The Captain T's Kirk. Oh my God, Matt Burns, you are the gift that just keeps on giving.
You do know his name is T. Kirk.
Yeah, but not T's Kirk.
James T. Kirk. James Tiberius Kirk. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, the T's Kirk.
Irvine!
T's Kirk!
Anyway, I may have to somehow record myself doing an imitation with Irvine and turn that into a GIF at some point.
Oh, a bit like Mr. Wilson. Oh, Mr. Wilson!
No, I mean proper Irvine!
Yeah, then it's like, Dennis!
Yeah, you got the idea.
Yeah, you get the idea.
Anyway, now that we've got the tale of the two Khans out the way.
Tale of the two Khans.
Can they? Won't they? Who knows?
Maybe they can, maybe they can't.
That was bad.
That was such a dad joke.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad you said
Just
that,
call me daddy.
I am not saying a word to that.
Twats, just call me daddy.
I'm not saying a goddamn word to that. Or do I have to say Daddy JJ?
Big Daddy JJ.
Anyway, let's continue.
Could be worse. It could be Big Daddy BJ. No.
Big Van
We
J.
do not need no lemon play.
It could be Big Van J. Giant J stacks. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? It's not
I
like
hate
you're
you
gonna be,
so much right now.
it's not like you're going to be going shopping and buying some clothes where you're wearing the same as somebody else, probably in different colours.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do, mate?
It happens.
At least I can go out and make this shit look good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know your name was Will Smith.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Will Smith. Make this look good.
I don't know why. I actually expected another tagline off you then.
Men in Black.
No, I was expecting another tagline then for some other reason. I'm not going to say what it is. It is too dirty-minded. Let's continue.
Yeah, you won't want Matt Burns being accused of being a dirty-minded little shit.
I'm surprised you just didn't bring it up. Anyway, let's continue on. But anyway, shall we move
I
on
want
to
you
AEW?
to say it now. I want you to say it now.
No.
Okay, let's move on to AEW.
What are your thoughts on the new stage?
I've not seen it personally. Well, I think I did, but because of the angle of the shot, which will bring me on to the next part of AEW, is that from the angle shot, it'll still look like just, the original stage, but with just one side showing, whereas you can't see like the other side. Because obviously, the old stage, you've got the two entrances.
Yeah.
You got the heels and faces coming out from different sides.
Yeah.
Or Cody Rhodes just makes his big-headed entrance, which hopefully he's not allowed to do anymore. So, from what Matt Burns tells me, is that they've just got one side now, so it's just the single side, which, I like that. I like that idea. But I like the other idea as well, because it was original.
Yeah, and the scary thing about it is normally where you got the big massive stage where you got the Cody Road entrance, there's like a big massive stage area where where they've got fans there as well now. So it's like a VIP section, which looks amazing.
Now what you can do is, if you're a true fan of, say, Darby Allin or Sting or the Murder Hawk, you can literally throw your knickers at him. I don't think the female wrestlers would appreciate having sweaty men's pants thrown at them.
No, they wouldn't. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a hashtag for that.
Yes, there's a hashtag. Hashtag dirty pants.
I wouldn't tell about that hashtag, but fuck.
Hashtag what fuck?
I just said that's not the hashtag for it, but fuck.
Hashtag fuck.
Just
hashtag fuck.
Oh fuck.
Oh no, we better not keep coming up with hashtags. Somebody might get upset. Stupid little pleb.
Hashtag ding.
Dong.
Or maybe they're just being a hashtag bitch. Ding.
I don't know how you dare do that this week. You forgot about it last week. Fuck you. And you still have it, and still you haven't got your finger on that bell.
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry.
Cut me some goddamn slack. I've been busy.
Cut you some slack? I did. That's how you managed getting your trousers. No. Actually, I just realised what I said, and oh dear.
Just no.
Oh, well, let's roll with it.
And that's what she said.
Anyway, let's move on. That's what he said. Daddy.
Anyway, let's continue. The point being is, it just does a nice little convey where where if you're doing a proper entrance, instead of people having like which side is he going to be on or anything, it brings that nostalgic of look down the area. But But the fact is, it's a bit of an angle. It's not like it's head on to the ring. It's got like a bit of a unique vibe to it. It doesn't look like your typical regular entranceway, if you get what I mean.
I'm sure another company did that. I'm sure TNA did that at one stage.
They've done something similar where they had the two entries on opposite sides, but not where they've got it at an angle, unless you have it on the 6 side where, regardless of it, there's going to be a corner somewhere.
Yeah, well, fucking hell, that thing was just made of corners, wasn't it, really?
Pretty much. But, it had its own unique style. But the point being is, it's going to be interesting. It's nice to see that, if I'm not mistaken, they are pushing Miro lately.
Yes, they are pushing him. Just so glad they're not pushing him down the ranks because he's doing really well.
Yes. And I believe he was up against one half of Top Flight.
Yeah, and
damn. Yeah. Damn.
He did it again, just like he did with Darby Allin.
Yeah. And it's not just that. Some of the high flying that he was doing with him looked really, really impressive.
I mean, Miro's no slack. He's a big dude. So for him to pull off any feat is just amazing.
Yeah, but I will say, game over. Why is he doing it that vicious?
Well, it's all part of his. It's all part of his persona, isn't it? His character. He's a vicious, vicious man.
Part of me is sitting there thinking to himself, "Have you been talking to Shiki Baby too much?"
I don't know. I think he's been, in touch with his inner
Iron Sheik? A Shiki Baby?
No, not Iron Sheik. No, I'm just trying to think now. Bruiser Brody.
Mm-hmm.
Just like he's really vicious.
Yeah. And that straight kick to the side, that straight side kick. Oof.
Yeah. And now that he's broke free from the whole load of crap that was going on.
He seems to be his own man.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and the fact that
crossed.
And the fact that when he was doing the whole shtick with Darby Allin, that promo when he turned around and says, "Darby Allin's the man who's not afraid to die. Well, I'm not afraid to kill him."
Yeah.
Yeah, showed that he got a mean streak. And the interesting thing about it is he's now moved on from that person to the Murder Hawk. Now, there's me sitting there thinking to myself, the Murder Hawk, a face, Lance Archer, with Jake the Snake Roberts as a face. I didn't see that working.
No. The Murder Hawk has made his name by being a heel. So,
however, it works with Miro.
Yeah.
It really works with Miro. Because as Jake is talking to Miro saying, I'm holding him back, blah, blah, blah. And then you just heard Miro just saying, "What you holding him back for, old man? Let him off. I'll knock his teeth down his throat and put your little dog down." And it's like, oh, and you sit there thinking, it's like, now you sit there and think, nah, they won't let them fight. They won't let them fight. And then all you hear off Jake the Snake Roberts says, Lance, sick him. And as soon as you hear the word sick him, you hear the crowd pop.
Yeah.
And you just see Lance Archer, formerly known as Hoyt, who, bear in mind, he's no goddamn small dude. Run full force down the entranceway, straight into that ring at full force. And believe me when I say this, it was like, damn, he can move.
Yeah.
And the brawling off both of them. Mwah. Bueno. You know it was good when you can see that, you know, near enough the entire referee roster is having to come down and say, no, break them up, get guys out, come on, we need bodies. Split these pair up.
But that's how you know when it's going to be like a really brutal match, though.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually quite looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it, especially because the fact is, when they were hitting each other, it didn't sound like it was like, oh, I'm just going to tap you one. It was like, it had that thud.
Yeah.
You know, that proper whack.
Yeah, but we're just kind of missing stuff like that at the minute.
Yeah.
You know, proper rivalries where it's like, I'm going to annihilate you. I'm going to absolutely murder you.
I'm going to murder you. I'm going to break you. Game over. These pair, to be honest with you, if these pair are stuck in the mid card, they're in the mid card right now, if they are still there, in a year's time, AEW have missed the mark.
Yeah.
If they're still there.
I still think, though, that Miro needs to keep hold of that title for a bit.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he doesn't need to keep that title. I'm not saying that.
But unfortunately, this is going to mean that he's going to be having a wild match with Murderhawk. For all that hard work of Murderhawk being built up to go for the title, the main title, is going to be gone.
But then again, bear in mind, it's Miro, who isn't exactly a small slouch. He's not a small dude.
Yeah, I know,
but it's not going to do the Murderhawk any favours. I get what you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. But as long as AEW do this right and build them back up, if they go down that road, don't rush it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't rush it. Drag it out a little bit. Keep Miro as champion. Build the story. Then and only then give it to Murderhawk. So frees Miro up to go for the main title.
And then eventually, when the Murderhawk is freed up from his obligations with the championship, he can probably step up his game up to the next level.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed. I'd say AEW doing well.
I would say that AEW doing far better. So, but until I saw this,
I'll let you explain this one.
So, right, Darby Allin and Sting are feuding with, who are they feuding with again?
Scorpio Sky and I believe Ethan Page.
Yeah, Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and it seems like it's going to be a good rivalry. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But when a legendary wrestler comes in and he's 60 odd years old, and your younger generation of wrestler is coming in and actually just trying to get himself over, it's, for me personally, it's up to that veteran to get them over.
Yep.
You know, to help get them over.
Yeah.
You know, it's been done a lot of times, like Austin passing the torch to The Rock and all that lot.
The passing of the torch?
Yeah, passing the torch. Now, Sting has passed the torch quite a few times now.
Yes, he has.
But he's still got it in him to put on a show. So, in comes Darby Allin.
Yeah.
And behind him is a row of Stings. And it wasn't really a case for us watching it to point out which one was actually Sting. Now, I know, I get it, like, if you were in a real fight and there was loads of people, you'd be, wearing Sting masks and similar haircuts and what have you, it'd be a bit difficult. But for us as fans to be watching it,
and you can see which one's which.
And you can see which one's the real Sting. And the fact that the ones that got hit or thrown out of the ring didn't do a very good job of selling it. It then really was a kick in the balls to see Sting no-sell Scorpio Sky's punches. It was Scorpio Sky, wasn't it?
Yep. He deserves better.
Yeah, and Scorpio Sky's a decent wrestler.
And what made it worse is, while this was happening, Ethan Page got taken down by Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Ethan Page is almost twice the size of Darby Allin.
Yeah, but Darby Allin's had matches with, like, really big dudes and still won.
True, but holding him on the floor.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It just...
it doesn't make sense.
Fair enough, Page had just had a match. But Page's size is still going to be a factor.
Yeah, exactly. His weight, his size, it's still going to be a factor. Darby Allin isn't exactly massive, is he? So, it's just... I don't know, it just... the whole no-sell and the reveal that it's Sting, it was kind of... I get what they're trying to do, but
I think
it was a bit lackluster.
I think a social media page did it best.
Yeah.
Heelbook. Where they got one image of where a guy looks really happy with a guy's wearing a Sting mask going, yay! As soon as he takes it off and sees it Sting, really?
Yeah.
They just say, oh, really? That's disappointing.
I know, and I just don't get it, though, because it's like...
What doesn't exactly help us, and this is where I'm going to... It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
The fact that they are hyping up the fact that Sting's going to be wrestling in a tag match, okay, and he hasn't wrestled in a match for over 4 years.
Yep. Now, obviously, he's going to have a lot of training.
Of course.
And I would imagine AEW's ring is very, 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 very forgiving.
Hopefully. Or you can put Sting in a bodysuit.
Yep.
Again. Potentially.
So we shall see what happens. It may just turn out that they've got like another person to wrestle in Sting's place. I don't know, but
I doubt it. If Sting is no selling Scorpio Sky's punches, he's got to be working. If he isn't, really, you've just buried Scorpio Sky, who can't even beat up a supposed injured wrestler.
Who is literally
retired.
A pensioner. So yeah, it kind of pisses all over it, really, doesn't it?
A little bit,
which is a shame.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I remain optimistic because I've seen AEW do this before, and they've not really shit all over them. So we'll see.
We'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Sting's had his time in the limelight. He got injured. He had to retire. And now it's like he's come back. Everyone's got high hopes you're going to see him wrestle again. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing Sting wrestle. It's absolutely amazing. But it's like Stone Cold. I don't want to ever see Stone Cold wrestle again.
Undertaker.
Don't ever want to see him wrestle again. The Rock. I would say The Rock could probably still do a job.
He can still do it.
He can still do a job, but you can tell that he's slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
But that's just age for you. Goldberg, I don't ever want to see him wrestle again. Brock Lesnar, don't want to see him wrestle anymore.
No, with Brock, okay, they've got. That's just lazy writing how they're doing that.
Yeah, well, Brock Lesnar, it's like Kurt Angle. There's rumours that he wants to come out of retirement now. And God forbid, what I have seen today, I do not want to see him return. Ever. Not in Impact, not in AEW. I wouldn't even wish it up on Raw. And
Or NXT.
Or definitely not NXT. NXT is way better. I wouldn't even wish it up on Vince Russo running, bringing back WCW.
Or an independent show.
Or an independent show. I wouldn't wish it up on anybody, and that's Ryback. What did he actually do that was of any merit?
But he's coming back though, isn't he? Even though the fans voted for him to retire.
Twice. Come on, guys. I know that you're all trolling, so we've removed all the trolls, and I'm going to set the vote again. Yeah, still got the same result.
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, they got rid of the trolls. Didn't that mean he had less votes on him actually working and more on retirement?
Yeah. So it's like
he's
not listening to popular demand, and he is returning like a bad case of chlamydia. We got rid of it once, and now it's back.
Now, I've heard good things from in regards to Ryback. I've heard some bad things. I've heard he can be very, very petty over social media because if you say anything bad against him, he blocks you. Surprised he hasn't blocked us yet.
Do we even follow Ryback?
No, but I'm pretty sure someone's probably atted him over a certain Pokemon. that we shared out.
Oh, yeah.
Need I say more?
No, please don't say any more.
even though I do honestly think the order that was in the evolution is the wrong way round.
Look, if Ryback can do a job and he can come back and do a job, then fair enough. But if he can't and he's just going to be like one of these self-declared fucking veterans and wanting more than what he deserves,
what feed
then,
him more?
Eh?
What feed him more? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Feed him more what? Dildos? Feed him more what? Cats? Dogs? Does he want a 69 off a menu?
It can't be as bad as his advert for his weight loss program.
Never mind his fucking weight loss program. Have you seen his new in-ring gear?
No. You think his in-ring gear is bad? I've seen it, yes.
I'm blue,
You really need to see his weight loss program advert.
Would this be one where he's saying put down the fork?
No. Oh, no. This is the one where he gets two women, do a before and after.
Oh, no.
Just no. You can clearly see they're not the same fucking person.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. Hair's completely different. Eye colour's different. Need I say more?
At least it wasn't the same person breathing in. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Oh, look. I'm breathing in.
That's naughty.
That is naughty. That is actually giving a bad name to fucking people who actually are trying very hard.
Yeah, it is.
And struggling to lose any.
Let me just point this out. If you are trying to lose weight, keep up the good work. Genuinely, you're doing well.
Yeah. As for me, I'm actually trying to gain it so I can put on more muscle.
Yeah.
And this time, and not just in my mouth.
That's what he said to you.
That's when I bit it off.
Teeth! Anyway.
Sorry, I was chewing on the bit on that one. Chomping at the bit. Well, what can I say? Hey, stop with the homophobia anyway.
I'm not doing that. Anyway, let's continue. The point being is
Ryback just he's so controversial, and I would rather he changed his fucking name to Bareback and try to come back into wrestling. That would only make him more fucking entertaining. Oh look, Bareback's here. Feed me whore.
I think he'd be probably more happy with his old wrestling name before he had his Ryback gimmick.
Do
you remember that?
No, because I've never really followed him.
On NWE?
Nope.
So you don't remember when he was part of... Was he part of the Nexus?
Yeah, but Bray Wyatt was part of the Nexus.
Oh, no. This was when he was Skip Sheffield, and he had the tagline, "Yip, yip, yip, what a do."
Wow, that is such a rip-off of a cartoon. Can I remember what the cartoon is? No, but I know that it's a rip-off of a cartoon because I just had that in picture in my head.
Yep, yep, yep. What a do. Oh, no, it's like, yep, yep, yep. What a do.
Oh, God. No, just stop. I'd rather call him Bareback.
Continue on.
Yeah, let's move on from Ryback because I just have this horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach he's going to be at AEW.
I can't see that.
I can because they are announcing a surprise entrance into the Battle Royale.
They always do, but then again, I can't.
Yeah, now you've just realised, and now the panic is setting in. Thank you very much.
Cheers for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ryback.
Bareback.
Mate, Ryback isn't even a bigger draw than an elephant's foreskin.
We'll move on, shall we?
The only biggest drawback is him wrestling again. It's just terrible. It's a terrible thought.
Let's move on, shall we?
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure that if he does return, we guarantee we'll be hearing from CM Punk. He'll be probably saying, "Get him off your show. He's dangerous."
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Please be CM Punk instead.
CM Punk confirmed. A joke.
Uh-huh.
If it was, that'll make my day.
Oh yeah. Come on then, let's move on. So we covered AEW. Have we finished with AEW?
We've finished.
So shall we move on to the next topic? What was the next topic? Was that Dark Side of the Ring?
It is.
Oh yes, the Von Erichs. And again, I'm going to repeat this because, I have skipped an episode, which nobody can blame me for.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, I'm covering, I think it's episode 5.
No, Von Erichs. Which episode have you skipped so far?
Hang on a minute. I'm just having a look now. Dark Side of the Ring. Season 1.
Yes, fuck off.
Yes, episode 4.
Episode 4. Would you kindly go through it?
Yeah, so we have the Von Erichs. Now, the Von Erichs, so I'm just trying to get it back up again, refresh my memory a little bit.
As you do.
As you have to. So, the Von Erichs were a big family, a wrestling family.
A dynasty.
Yeah, a dynasty or dynasty. I don't even know the proper way to pronounce that.
No, I'm not even touching that as an argument, no.
No. Because you know you'd probably lose again.
Nope. I'm not biting. I'm not biting.
No.
I'm not biting. Please continue.
It's all right. I'm just fucking hell. I can't get it up.
And that's what she said.
Oh no, I don't have that problem. I win.
Mm-hmm.
I win. Von Erichs.
Would you like to stall a little bit?
It's because it's been like 3 weeks since I've watched anything, and it's just like, yeah.
Your brain's just gone mental. You've just gone, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to refresh my memory, like, so.
Bear this in mind, it's been a while since I've seen this season.
Yeah.
Myself. But I remember it quite well.
Well, yeah, so you've got the Von Erich brothers, and the father was a wrestler. And, hold me back. Oh, you have to excuse me, I'm cracking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you've got the father, he was a wrestler, so obviously you got the sons, you got Dave, Kerry, Chris, just trying to remember all the names, but I'm just trying to actually get them up as well. Chris Von Erich, Kerry Von Erich, yeah. Kevin, that was the one I was missing. Kevin Von Erich.
And Fritz Von Erich.
Yeah, Fritz as well. So anyway, this tale is surrounded by tragedy. There's no way that you could possibly describe it as anything else. It was a fucking tragedy.
Yeah.
Straight from the get-go. Obviously, they were very, very, very big, and the way that they broke into the wrestling industry was, okay, a bit spoon-fed, but
go on.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, so the way that they got into it, I can't remember. Fuck all, it's gone out of my head. You guys help me out a bit here.
Would you like me to take over?
No, I don't want you to take over.
No, I said, would you like me to help you out?
Yes, please. Help me out a little bit. Just refresh my memory.
Essentially, this was a massive dynasty, a massive family, where they were constantly on the road. They were constantly headlining up and down shows, headlining all over the place. Where, basically this was an absolute family where they were doing massive feuds against the Fabulous Freebirds, going up and down the road and everything. Basically putting butts on seats. And the weird thing about this is, it's as you go on, one of them is about to lead on to some greatness. Some massive main event. If you understand what I'm saying. And they'd have probably like a main event moment. It's like, boom, they've blossomed. And then literally a few years down the road, all of a sudden, curse and tragedy started to strike throughout the entire family. And it's just, it's bad when it's just scary on the fact of it is because, well, case in point, the fact that you actually had Fritz von Erich's first son, who was Jack Barton Atkinson Jr., who was born on September 21st, 1952. He was accidentally shocked unconscious by an exposed wire and drowned in a puddle at the age of 6 in Niagara Falls in New York.
Yeah, I forgot about that bit, to be fair.
And it's like, has that just seriously happened? Then, you have to go through the entire second generation of the family. Bear this in mind, you've got Jack Atkinson Jr., Kevin Von Erich. You then got David Von Erich. Right? We then move on to Kerry Von Erich. And then we keep going on to Mike Von Erich. That's 5 so far. Then Chris Von Erich. 6. Do you know how many of them are left?
1.
Do you know which one it is?
Kevin.
What? I'm just double checking this. Kevin Von Erich? Yeah. He is the only one out of the second generation that's still around.
Even though he has admitted himself that he's been close.
Yeah. And the scary thing about it is, with it is, they're not all dying of old age.
No. Tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. You've got, who was the first one to pass away? So you've got the 6-year-old.
Yeah, who was first, which was in 1959.
Well, that was Fritz. No, sake, terrible.
What?
Terrible. I can't believe I'm so bloody ill prepared for this one. I should have watched it again.
David Von Erich was in 1984. Kerry Von Erich was in 1993. Mike Von Erich was 1987. And Chris Von Erich was 1991.
So you got like a whole family, a dynasty of wrestlers that had either succumbed to mental health problems.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine that the father blamed himself for the death of the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't he blame himself and kill himself?
I'm just quickly looking that up for you, doing a bit of quick research for you now in regards to that. No, he died of brain and lung cancer in September 1997.
You have to, like I say, we have to apologise because I'm so ill prepared for this one. It's unreal. I have watched it, but
I've got to feel sorry for Fritz right now because bear this in mind, he hasn't just had to bury one child. He's had to bury multiple.
Yeah, multiple children. And not a single one of them had died from natural causes.
It was either a freak accident, it was either mental health. It just goes to show how serious that mental health is, especially with wrestling.
Mm.
And but this is one of the stories where our message that we state at the end of every single one of these episodes is a statement of why we are advocates for mental health and how serious the subject should be.
Yeah.
But at this moment in time, through Kevin Von Erich, we now have a third generation.
Yeah, we do.
We have a third generation. Do you know their names?
Oh, God. I'd just bloody seen it as well. Marshall.
We have Marshall Von Erich, Ross Von Erich, and, of course, Lacey Von Erich.
Yeah, Lacey, that was the one. Yeah, that's the one. And literally, they've taken up the whole business, and they are actually tearing it up.
They are doing quite well. Okay, the family might not be anywhere near as big as what it used to be, but the name still stands for something.
Yeah, it does, because they were like on the cusp of being something truly amazing. Just remember, who was it? Which one lost his leg? Was it Kerry?
I'm not sure.
See, this is how ill prepared we are. We should have bullet pointed this, shouldn't I?
To be honest with you, he was the Texas Tornado. He was. I'm just quickly having a quick look at it now. I don't think he lost his leg now.
Well, anyway, there was an injury, wasn't there, or something from a car accident, and his last match that he wrestled, he could only go at like 50% of what he was used to.
Oh, you're on about the Mike, aren't you, who had the shoulder injury?
Yeah.
On his tour of Israel. And he was forced to have surgery, and after surgery it was discovered that he was suffering from toxic shock syndrome, a rarity in man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically forced to retire from wrestling, and as he was not able to return to the ring at full strength.
Exactly, and it's just it's hard. It must have been really hard because it was something that he loved doing. The Von Erich family lived and breathed wrestling, and for them to just start falling apart due to an accident or an injury, or which eventually led them to suicide. Because I think David was the worst one, wasn't it? In Japan.
David. I think his was in Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, was it drugs?
Acute enteritis.
Enteritis. Oh, that was it. Yeah, he wasn't very well when he left.
Yeah.
He wasn't very well when he left, and instead of checking up on his health, he still flew.
Everyone thought that it was a drug overdose that nearly killed him, and that Bruiser Brody, a fellow wrestler, found David disposed of the narcotics by flushing them down the toilets before the police arrived. Mick Foley claims that he died from an apparent drug overdose. A tribute show was held a couple of months later. Kerry Von Erich won the NWA World title from Ric Flair.
Yeah. And it's just it's just one of them where it's like tragedy. How many tragedies can happen in one family before somebody starts looking at it and go, "Wow, this is just
this needs
too
to be
much."
looked into.
Yeah, this needs to be looked into.
This needs to be looked into.
Surely they should have started doing this after the first 2 deaths.
Well, the first one was a complete freak accident.
No, I meant of the older.
Yeah.
Of the actual wrestlers themselves. Yeah. And the poor parents that must have gone through torture.
Yeah.
And it's just,
well, not just the parents, the brothers, the family.
Just seeing your brothers pass away one after one after one, and it's like one of them's dead, lying in a field. The father knew absolutely nothing about it, and then they found him in the field, dead.
Yeah.
Did he shoot himself?
I think one was I think with one of them, there's more than one with narcotics. Kerry Von Erich was with a .44 caliber gunshot to the heart.
Yeah, that was it. Kerry.
On his father's ranch.
Mm-hmm.
There was a mark placed by his father Fritz of an angel on the spot where he did it. It's just
there's not a lot of words you can put it into, really, is there?
no, there isn't. It's just,
and plus for me, it's like remembering everything because there was just so many of them that ended up. All I can really talk about is what Kevin Von Erich said at the end.
Yeah.
About his sons and daughter.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's their generation, it's their turn. I looked after him. He was talking about his state of mind, how he nearly ended it for himself because obviously he's seen so much tragedy, and it's even called for the interview to be postponed for a little bit whilst he could just.
You mean off the record?
Yeah, off the record, so we could just catch it. Get a bit of composure back. Yeah. So it's just terrible, and this is why mental health in wrestling need to be looked at very closely, because too many wrestlers have actually ended up killing themselves over the years, whether it be from drugs, because of pain, they're in agony, they suffer with depression because they can't do what they used to be able to do,
or they're not doing it. They're not doing things as successfully as their brothers or anything like that, or any of their colleagues. It's something, and the odd thing about it is, at the same time, it's not a
and I'm pretty sure it was like David that wasn't even supposed to be, he wasn't built to be a wrestler.
Yeah. I got what you mean.
And he, what was it? He got an injury.
I think, which one? David.
Yeah.
I think Chris was the smallest one who didn't do as much. I think with David, he was the one that was in Japan.
Yeah, David. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, so Chris, he wasn't really meant to be a wrestler.
I believe he had a bit of a small feud with Percy Pringle.
Oh God, fucking hyphen on the name. Pringle.
So you don't recognise Percy Pringle?
Yes, I do recognise Percy Pringle.
Do you now?
But he just doesn't come in tube form.
Yes!
And once he pops, he can't stop.
You didn't get that in, did you?
Yes, I did. I heard.
I had to.
But anyway, he really, really wasn't a wrestler. He wasn't made to be a wrestler. No. He never really followed suit with the family. And it's just like, how did they allow him to even contemplate stepping into the ring?
No, the other thing about it is, I've got no question with anybody who's in, regardless of size, anyone is capable of wrestling, regardless of size. I don't think that was the issue.
He couldn't wrestle. He wasn't a very good wrestler, though.
I don't think...
He couldn't understand the fundamentals.
My issue was, at the same time, it's just disheartening. The fact that this ended up happening, and because he wasn't getting successful, he wasn't in the right frame of mind as well.
No, he wasn't.
Which didn't help. And when you got somebody saying, "Oh, you're not doing as well as somebody, such and such," "Oh, your brother was doing this at your age."
Yeah, I mean that's like me saying that, I could do, just for argument's sake, I could run 100 meters in Usain Bolt times, and a sibling of mine wants to run as well. Oh, but you'll never be as good as him because you can't run as fast as him. Because automatically you're comparing yourself to that person then.
Yeah.
And obviously, one of our messages is never compare your behind scenes to somebody's greatest hits.
It's a quote from Tom Campbell of Cultaholic, which is, never compare your greatest hits to your behind the scenes. Never compare never compare their greatest hits to your behind the scenes is what you're referring to.
Not what I'm referring to, it's what I just said.
Yeah. And it's in the same fashion. And it is. Because regardless of it, someone on their A game, they can still be on their A game on show. Doesn't say that they're on the A game behind.
Yeah, exactly. But everything needs addressing, though.
Yeah.
Everything that happened to the Von Erichs and everything that's happened to other wrestlers. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of other wrestlers have actually OD'd on drugs. But obviously, I don't want to spoil it for myself because I know which ones have, but I don't want to spoil the stories because we're talking about the Von Erichs. But the Von Erichs is just, to put it into a nutshell, to break it down, is a very, very big tragedy of a 6-year-old. And then, it started with a 6-year-old, a tragedy. Then it moved up. They were all doing so well as wrestlers. Then you've got illnesses, drugs, and suicide that plague the whole rest of the family. And obviously the passing of the father from really, really bad illness.
Yeah.
Cancer being the ultimate word.
Yeah.
And there's only one brother left alive now to carry on the legacy. And it's such a shame. But at least he's not holding back his sons
and daughter
for the sake that he doesn't want the same happening to them what happened to his family. True. He's doing it right.
He's doing it right, and the wrestling business is not as the way it was back then.
Yeah, I know, but it's taken a long time for them to learn from the mistakes.
Damn right. And the scary thing about it is, regardless of it, they can still be made even to this day.
Yeah, exactly. And there still are,
there still is tragedies.
There's a lot more help out there than there used to be, of course, but still.
If it's taken.
Yeah, but it's still, you can only lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I think we've fumbled and stumbled over the Von Erich family story for long enough, because I think we just literally dug ourselves a hole and made ourselves look like a pair of planks.
I don't think we have made ourselves a pair of planks. We've highlighted what happened in the past, what the dark side of the ring covered, and in all fairness, there is a message there.
Yeah, there is a message there. But I just wish I could have remembered. But it has been a few weeks since I last saw it, so I'll have to watch it again.
The scary thing about it is, regardless of it, is tragedy can strike. It doesn't always necessarily mean it'll get you. It can get you if you allow it to happen. But the thing is, luckily, at least one of them has managed so far come out all right. So at the moment, right now, he's
stable.
Yeah. And bear this in mind, any normal human being who'd been through that, might not be so stable.
Exactly. So let's put a pin in it there and let's move on.
I'll say he's superhuman, and let's move on.
Yeah, so let's move on to our... Oh, God.
Boy.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's move on to an epic wrestling moment, or fail, should we say.
And the scary thing about it is, we brought this up last week.
Yeah, we brought this up already last week.
Oh, no, not last week. Wednesday.
Apologies, on Wednesday. So still this week, but anyway. The last episode, we brought it up about The Undertaker's
bad wrestling
American badass gear.
Yeah.
Which then, obviously, has jolted my memory when Matt Burns brought it up regarding a certain wardrobe malfunction. Which turns into something even bigger. Because I remember him wrestling in different wrestling trousers that did not suit his whole gimmick.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise where they came from.
Yeah. And you didn't realise how bad they were.
And I didn't realise how bad they were. Well, I couldn't remember how bad they were.
It was so bad you wanted to forget.
Yeah, it was so bad that I wish I could have locked it into a box, like a wooden box, burnt it, buried the ashes, and then dig them up a few years later and dump them in the middle of the ocean. That's how bad they were. I wonder if the Godfather still has them pants.
Yes, he does.
Oh, God. So what it was, is The Undertaker was making a main event showing against a certain Kurt Angle, and I can't remember the exact reason why. Was it a trouser malfunction, or did he just forget his gear?
A certain gear was forgotten.
Yeah. So certain gear was forgotten, and it just so happened...
lost in the travel.
Yeah, so it was lost in the travel, and it just so happened to be...
Say it with a straight face.
It's trousers. And being a man that never breaks kayfabe, never, he was desperate for a pair of trousers, so he borrowed a pair from the Godfather, which so happened to be his best friend.
Yes.
And they were very, very questionable attire for his gimmick. He no longer looked like the American badass. He looked like the American...
Pimp Daddy?
Pimp Daddy. He had all the hoe train. Now, remember when I said last week, or on Wednesday, that he specifically stated that Kane likes poontang pie? That's probably because The Undertaker fucking fed him most of it.
While wearing his pimping it easy bottoms.
Oh my God, they were so bad. Main event. Survivor Series, did you say?
Survivor Series 2000.
Survivor Series 2000. And oh my God, they were awful. And then I asked Matt Burns the question earlier, what entrance music did he still have back then?
Oh. Kid Rock.
Kid Rock, American Badass. So now the lyrics to that song have changed to American Pimp Ass.
I am American Pimp Ass. What?
And then you've got like the whole part of the song where it goes, Snake Skin Boot 65 Chevelle.
And radio edit.
And it's like, oh my God. Oh God. It's new. And I was actually listening to the song in the car earlier, and all the lyrics have changed now.
what makes it even worse is I got to at least know, did Taker at least give Kurt Angle a heads up?
Yeah, because surely
He had to.
Kurt Angle would have come out and just gone, "What the fuck are you wearing?"
I remember being intimidated. What the fuck?
Because if you remember, Austin used to do things like draw an eye on his hand and stuff like that, and just go, when he was just about to do the test of strength, he'd go like, "Look into my eye." And you could see like a drawing of an eye on his hand. And he'd just do anything to try and make anybody laugh. And funnily enough, that was against The Undertaker as well.
Yes.
Because he actually made him break.
Yes.
Probably one of the only wrestlers to manage that.
Even though JBL's been close.
Oh, yeah, JBL's been close.
With a promo.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers it. But anyway, the point being is the scary thing about it is, I just coming down and you see him running around like, boom, and he's getting in the ring. I'm looking at him like, when's he taking them off? When's he going to reveal his gear underneath? And then the bell starts. She's like, he's not started with that, is he? No.
It was terrible. It was. Don't get me wrong. You forget your gear. Understandable. It must really suck.
Yep.
Because America's not exactly a small country, so it's not like you could just go and find it.
It's not like it's a hop, skip, and he's fucking there.
Yeah. And he probably only realised at the last minute that he had none.
But then again, sometimes, usually, they can actually get some of the I think that's why WWE have also got some seamstress at the shows now.
They can't make him a pair of leather pants within a space of fucking minutes.
I'm not saying in space of minutes. They probably have spare gear now. They might have a selection and here you go. Here's a wire selection. Just don't go for the Pimp Daddy ones.
Well, I'm not being funny but obviously you've had Batista have a wardrobe malfunction when he bought new boots for the Royal Rumble a few years back.
And don't even get me started on Blue Tista.
Yeah, Blue Tista. And then you got like he'd literally, his boot had split and they had to sew his boot up.
Yeah. Or Triple H with his long shorts.
Long shorts or mid shorts?
Mid shorts, I think they were, weren't they?
The black ones against Goldberg.
Yeah. And do you know why that was?
I actually don't. I was actually going to try and find out why, because I always thought, why is he wearing such shit gear?
It was actually because he was actually trying to hide the fact that he was wearing something underneath to protect himself. He'd actually, and I've got to give props to Triple H on this one right now. He had actually damaged his groin.
Ah, so he was wearing a groin strap.
He was wearing a protection and he didn't want it to be on full show, and that's the reason why he was wearing them.
Ah, well, he still managed to put out a decent match, so fair play to him.
That's what I'm saying. Because I'll say this to you now. In wrestling, you pull your groin, you're done. Usually, most people are, you're done. Would you agree with that?
You're done for a while.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much like, go home, let's finish up, I'm done. You ain't doing half an hour.
No,
and
you ain't even doing 5 minutes, let alone half an hour.
And yet Triple H did that an entire match.
It sounds painful. That's because it is.
But then again, Triple H is a tough nut to crack because, if I'm not mistaken, even when he blew out his quad, he still finished the match.
Yep. Which surprised me, but yeah. Anyway, we're on about The Undertaker's pants.
Yeah.
So I said on Wednesday that The Undertaker's gear of the American Badass was fucking terrible, and I hated the fact they had Big Evil written on his pants with a fucking red devil. And I'm like, no, why? It's just, no. Just go back to your classic gimmick.
Would you prefer the Big Evil, or would you prefer the snake skin tights? I mean, snake skin bottoms.
Oh, neither.
Nope, you got to pick one.
I would rather have the big evil pants.
There you go.
But, you know, the Undertaker's gear has changed so much over the years. And if you actually compare the evolution of the Undertaker, you can't help but be impressed.
Oh, bear this in mind, if I'm not mistaken, he's also even got an evolution in the wrestling games as well.
Yeah. I'd like to say, he's a legend, but no. The American Badass gimmick was a blip on his career. It should never have happened.
Oh, bear this in mind.
I get that all wrestlers need to reinvent themselves every now and then to keep it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Oh, bear this in mind. His final match was then a mixture of that.
I mean, it started showing signs of American Badass gimmick like in 98 or 99 when he came down to the ring in a pair of jeans with a bandana on and a fucking vest, cutting a fucking pipe bomb promo.
To be edgy.
Yeah, just to be edgy. And he was talking like a fucking biker, a sweaty biker, crossed with a fucking street gangster. And I'm like, no, this does not work for me.
However, I still find it to this day, one of the most funniest promos is when Michael Cole is asking a question and all you hear off takers, Michael Cole, and Cole's like, was passing the mic and leaves.
Yeah. Michael Cole's been involved in far too many funny promos. And the coach.
I was just about to say, Coach and The Rock.
Coach and Austin.
Oh, forgot about them. But
the
anyway,
beer promos.
A beer, another beer, and another, and another, and a Hail Mary.
And a Bloody Mary.
Anyway, we are going to have to push on, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to have to push on now. We've literally nearly hit the 2-hour mark.
That we have. Oh, any non-wrestling topic? Oh, actually, before we get to the non-wrestling topic...
The non-wrestling topic is exactly what you think it is.
No. What do you think it is?
The competition.
Oh, I was just about to cover that. I was going to say that might have been the non-wrestling topic because even though technically it is a wrestling topic, could you talk about wrestling is the question.
Yes, but still,
okay,
it's a non-wrestling topic because we're strapped for time. We're strapped for time.
Continue.
So anyway, I started a little competition off the other week, and we were due to announce the winner last Sunday, but obviously for unfortunate reasons, we couldn't really do anything.
Yep.
So I've had to announce it today of the winner. So we had to extend the competition and announce it today. The questions obviously were...
And if anybody does follow on our social media, you'll know what the answers are.
Yeah, you'll know what the answers are. But the questions were, name one of my top 3 favourite all-time superstars.
Yeah.
You only needed to name one, and then name my favourite pay-per-view and the year. So, yeah. Probably a good thing, actually, that we decided to extend it, really. Because we've had some very good answers. One that impressed the hell out of me. Because said individual got every single one of the top 3 wrestlers and favourite pay-per-view and year, which I couldn't really believe. It really shocked me. And everybody else did exactly what it was said on the tin to enter. Only correct answers were put onto the wheel of selection.
Yes.
And yeah, for somebody who didn't really follow the rules and actually decided to comment on the post instead of messaging, oh my God.
What do you mean?
Ugh.
Well, one person didn't realise the rules. We quickly corrected them. Unfortunately, their answers were wrong.
Very wrong.
Well, a little bit close on one of them.
A little bit, if you were on the other side of the country. Yeah, not good. But anyway, quite a few got them right, and we have now selected a winner.
Yes.
And she is now the proud owner of a slice of Irvine in a Irvine mug.
All I'm going to say is the name of the person is a Shannon E. And in case you want to know why I haven't mentioned the full name, and we don't mention the full name on the social media, there is a... bless me, apologies. There is a reason why we don't mention the full name. Because regardless of it, is not everyone wants to be having... is not going to want their name fully shown out on public, are they?
Yeah. No stalkers.
And it's also to avoid, basically with the burning truth, we may not have the same people who we may have certain people who follow us or anything like that. What we don't want to do is with the internet, we're being very cautious. We're just being very cautious with the whole data protection and everything. So we just thought it'd be best to put the first name and then the initial of the surname. We have messaged that person, and the prize is being sent over.
Exactly.
So they have managed to win
a slice of me.
A slice of Irvine.
Yeah.
But for all technical purposes, what have they won?
They've won a mug with my face on it.
Yeah, and a slogan.
And a slogan. Because I am a slogan-making machine.
Good to see
Apparently.
that someone... it's good to see that someone actually had listened to my vlog.
I haven't listened to it. I watched it.
And listened to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you heard the nice comments.
I heard the nice comment. Oh,
You're welcome. When's?
Silly boy. Anyway, so yeah, she has won a mug, and the prize will be getting sent over to her as soon as possible. As for the full house of correct answers, that goes to Teak. Wow, thank you very much. That was actually really impressive.
There was somebody else. No, wait. There was somebody else who did also give a full house of answers, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, was it? Now you didn't tell me about this one.
But they weren't allowed. They weren't allowed.
They weren't allowed because they knew the answers.
They know you.
Because they know me too well. Yeah, it would have been cheating, and it wouldn't have been fair.
This is how much of a cheat it would have been. It'd be like me entering into it.
Yeah. Even though he was really struggling earlier on.
Fuck off. I know you too well.
Remind everybody of what you nearly said regarding my favourite pay-per-view. Kindly tell everyone what you nearly said.
I knew what pay-per-view it was. I just expected you I thought to myself, should I just make sure, because I don't want to sort of put it out there and then find out I've got it wrong.
Yes.
Or more importantly, to have Irvine pull the rug underneath me and make a mockery of me.
Again.
Even though I had got the answer right.
Yeah. But for those that were wondering what the actual answers were, they were, of course, top three, in no particular order, is
Jeff Hardy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and William Regal. And no, they are not in any particular order because I love them for very different reasons.
Even though that was the exact order that somebody else gave them in.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. And the answer to the second question was, of course, the Royal Rumble 2000.
I'll be honest with you. Do we need to say any more?
No. No.
Great matches from the start of the card to the finish.
Exactly. So it is just my favourite pay-per-view of all time.
I'm surprised you didn't imitate Zorg off Fifth Element. My favourite.
Yeah. My favourite.
I had to.
But, you know, the competition's over. The mug has been won. Thank you, everyone, for your entries.
Yeah.
It was actually genuinely impressive, even though one particular person, Mark, was cutting very, very close to the clock.
Fuck! And
we were talking like seconds.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to put this out now. Mark, you were so close as well. If you watched the clip, he was so close to winning it as well.
Oh, yeah. If you watch the actual clip, it was so close to actually winning. Just fancy that, entering at the last minute. And next thing you know, boom! He wins.
The first thing, if he did win, you know what the first thing I would have been saying to them? Get your ass to the convenience store and start buying lottery tickets.
Yeah, start buying lottery tickets and make sure that you split the winnings with myself and Matt Burns.
Of course. Because, damn, that was close.
Oh, man, that was so fucking close. I remember getting the text message saying that literally he had just sent it in. I'm like, fucking hell, that's close.
But it goes to show
that we take it seriously.
We take it seriously.
Seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yep.
But now.
What? It's not as bad as
now. But now. Oyster. But now, obviously, the mug has been won, and now it's been sent out. Now you have your Irvine mug. It opens up many doors to many things. You just have to ask Alice who the quiz is Alice, because my mug actually got her discount on many things.
Yes.
So you never know what doors it opens up. But yeah, it's a strange one because I feel like a full house like that, from listening to the clues and, you know, yeah, I think it deserves a round of applause, don't you?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Well done, Teak. Well done.
No,
genuinely impressed. Genuinely impressed.
Genuinely. And do you know what the scary thing about this? And I'm just going to point this out. Because of current situation, they even turn around and said, because they're current events, they even said, I'm not going to say what they are. They even asked if we could put it towards charity, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, donate it to charity. They didn't specify which one, but obviously I'm taking that as an open gesture.
I believe the message states a local charity.
Yeah.
Which straight away shows genuine heart of gold. So props to Teak. The fact is, you didn't need to do that or anything. And if you're going to be entering in, hopefully you get the prize. But it's not the fact that even though they were entering a competition for a certain prize, they were thinking of somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, which goes to show there are genuine people out there. There really are. So that was really nice of it.
Yeah, genuinely. And I think that's going to be a wrap-up, would you believe?
Yeah, I think so. Because A, I'm sweaty. B, I'm tired. And C, You're doing my fucking head in.
And thank God it's a bank holiday weekend.
Yeah.
'Cause we can...
by the way, I'm at fucking work tomorrow, so yeah.
Ouch. Lucky for
Screw
some.
you.
You wish.
Already did.
Anyway, I'm just going to speed straight through as we have got a links page on our website, which anything that we do follow or massively support is all on there. Of course, you can check out our website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. But let me just point out the external links we cannot be held responsible for, as we have no control of their content.
Correct.
We are, of course, on social media, be it Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You can also listen to past episodes, any current episode or past episodes potentially on there, be it either through the Spreaker, the website. I'm pausing for a minute.
No, don't pause. Please. Continue.
I'm so glad you didn't pick up on that one there. I'm so glad you didn't pick up on that one there. Never mind. I'll continue. I'll reiterate.
You mean the speaker?
No, I'm not going to even say where it is.
You do realise I can listen back to this?
I know, and I know you're going to laugh at it.
So you may as well tell me.
No, I'm not doing it now on this episode. I'll rather wait. Let's put the fans in suspense right now. Let them find out next time. If you haven't already.
Oh, you're done for.
Oh, I know. All I'm just going to say is you can check us out on the website, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts,
Diesel,
Amazon Music, and many other sources.
Just not Brown or HP Brown.
Or the House of Parliament. Anyway. That's going to be a wrap up. But we are going to push on. You've waited long enough for that one, haven't you?
Yep.
That's fine. I'll give you that one.
That's what she said. How are you liking these office references?
It's good that you actually clued up on them now.
Oh, no, I just know about that's what she said. There's too many GIFs.
That's what she said.
Yep. Too many videos as well. That's not what she knows.
Oh, no. God, no. Anyway. Mental health. This is a subject that we do take serious, and we're not going to be making any jokes about it. Agreed?
Agreed, because last time he caught me off guard because we were laughing too hard, and then he decided to jump straight into the low side of life.
Anyway, it is, of course, okay to be not okay, and asking for help is never a weakness, and in doing so, you could end up finding out that there is more care for you than you could ever know. We have already thrown out the quote from Tom Campbell, which is, never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits. We, of course, also state, make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, it's necessary. And if you could be anything in this world right now, please be more kind. And of course, what is the number one rule of Progress Wrestling and the Burning Truth and in general life?
Don't be a fucking dick.
Could not have been said any better. And of course, the quote where the people's names always escapes Mr. Irvine's mind.
Yes. Okay. okay, be excellent to one another.
Oh, no. Be excellent to each other.
Nah, same difference. Tomatoes, tomatoes.
It is, but you'll be shot by somebody.
I don't care. I like causing controversy. You forget that.
They will shoot you because that is a serious quote. I would probably just say to Rhea. And that is, of course, said by the Wild Stallions.
The Wild Stallions.
He gets number one.
Let's not be a Rabsy Nesbitt. Mr. I'm living the gimmick.
In joke, that is. In joke.
Well, Stallions.
Anyway. It's the Wild Stallions, and it is done by Bill S. Preston, Esquire, and Ted Theodore Logan.
Yes, the Wild Stallions.
So, oh, fucking hell, you just kill me off with the fucking Benjamin Nesbitt, you twat. Oh, just fucking kill me off, you twat.
Gonna turn up with your little fucking.
No.
You gonna turn up, are you?
Keep the joke. Keep it an in joke.
No.
Oh, please.
I wasn't going to reference you personally. I was actually going to reference the TV show.
Go on then.
With his shopping bags and string vest. And nipples on show all the time. Mm-hmm. I remember a certain Dave Del Vecchio going, "No, Carl, put your t-shirt back on. I can't take it very seriously like this anymore."
What the hell is wrong with you bringing up a story about my cousin?
Well, you know, you are the spitting image of him. And by the way, if he is listening, fuck you, Car.
He's probably sitting there thinking, middle finger, I don't care, you all laughed.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, anyway, with that, this has been The Burning Truth. I've been Matt Burns.
And I've been James Irvine.
We hope you all stay well and stay safe, and hopefully catch you on the next episode. But we always recommend check out your local wrestling promotions and reach out to a family member, colleague, or anybody you haven't spoken to in a long while, be it either phone, text message, social media, Morse code, carrier pigeon, or is there any other things you can think of? Oh, smoke signals and sound waves?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of one there. Oh, bad smells. There's a lot of communication that can go on through a fart.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, pretty much. What the fuck have you eaten? Or to, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, or get out of my fucking room. Anyway, it's time. Let's shut down. I'm tired.
It has been emotional. We'll hopefully catch you next week. And until then, stay well, stay safe, and catch you later.
Hammer says, fuck you.